So, welcome. My esteemed jury, all the teachers who help the students to prepare, and my valued friends. Social Sciences High School would like to thank you all for your participation, and I am Doğa, and I will be your moderator today. With all sincere feelings, we hope that this event, which we organized for the first time, but we hope to continue, will be accomplished. So let's start by getting to know the teams. First team is Rize Sosyal High School, which is in proposition side, and they will defend a global common language should exist. And the second team is Hasan, Kemal, Yardımcı, Yardımcı, Vocational and Technical Anadolu High School, and they will in the opposite side, so they will disagree with this motion, and they will defend a globally common language shouldn't exist. So, let me summarize the rules for you. Debate rules. Debate teams consist of two groups of 3 people. The first of the groups, proposition side, will advocate the adoption of the resolution, and the opposition side, responsible for disagreeing with the motion. The first word in debate is given to the proposition side. It is obligation for every individual in the teams to participate in the debate. In the first round, each debater will be given 4 minutes. After each debater in the group finishes their speech, they will have the right to ask questions, and then the same rules will apply for the con side. In the second round, the debaters will have 3 minutes and will also have the right to answer the questions from the first round. In the third round, summary closing speeches will be made and the debate will be completed. The moderator will ring a bell when there is 30 seconds remain for speakers to summarize their speech like this. And when their time is completely over, moderator will warn them with the final bell. It is important to speakers to complete it within the specified time. No additional time will be given. And lastly, during the debate, pre-prepared digital materials can be presented via smartboard, but there will be no internet access. Debaters are also prohibited from using their mobile phones. And that's it overall. Are there any questions that you want to ask? Okay, so we can start, I think. Okay, so we're gonna start with proposition side, Rize Sosyal High School. So I will give you 4 minutes. Okay.
Please use the
Are you ready?
microphone.
Yes, please use your microphone for clear understanding. Okay.
Today, I will defend the thesis why there should be only one language in the world. Imagine if everyone in the world spoke the same language. It would make a huge difference in so many aspects of our lives. Beyond just everyday communication, let's explore some of the ways a universal language could impact our world. First topic I want to mention is education. With a universal language, learning will become much easier and more accessible. Students from different countries will share educational resources without language barriers, leading to a more equal and inclusive education system. Teachers could also collaborate more easily, sharing ideas and techniques across borders. Another one is science and innovation. Scientists and researchers could work together more effectively with a universal language. They could share findings and collaborate on projects without the need for translation, accelerating progress in fields like medicine, technology, and environmental science. Another one is travel and tourism. Traveling will become more easily with a universal language. Tourists could communicate with locals wherever they go, making the experience more enjoyable and memorable. This will also promote cultural exchange and understanding between people from different countries. Another one is diplomacy and international relations. Diplomats and world leaders could communicate more easily with a universal language, reducing the risk of misunderstandings and conflicts. This could lead to more effective diplomacy and cooperation on global issues like climate change and human rights. Another one is business and trade. Companies could expand their reach globally with a universal language. They could communicate with partners and customers from different countries without language barriers, making international trade more efficient and profitable. Another topic is arts and culture. Artists and writers could reach a wider audience with a universal language, sharing their work with people from all over the world. This will enrich global culture and promote cross-cultural understanding and appreciation. And the last one is social integration. Immigrants and refugees could integrate more easily into their communities with a universal language. They could communicate with their neighbors and participate fully in society, reducing feelings of isolation and exclusion. To summarize, a universal language has the potential to improve many aspects of our lives, from education and science to travel and diplomacy. By breaking down language barriers, we can create a more connected and inclusive world where everyone has the opportunity to communicate and collaborate. Let's embrace the idea of a universal language and work towards a bright future.
Thank you, debater, but we still have 1 minute. I'd like to continue. That's okay. Okay, thanks a lot. Can you use your microphone more closely for clear understanding, if it is possible? Thanks. Okay. So you may start if you are ready.
Hello, my first topic is Unity in Diversity. There are so many languages in the world, over 7,000, but having many languages can sometimes make it hard for us to understand each other. A global language could help us feel more connected. My next topic is making communication easier. When we want to work together or trade with people from other countries, language barriers can slow us down. If we all know the same language, it would be much easier to talk to each other. This would help us to learn from each other and work together better. My next topic is helping businesses. Businesses often struggle with language barriers when they work internationally. If there was one language everyone knows, it would save businesses time and money. It would also make it easier for them to find new customers. My next topic, learning makes simple. Learning many languages can be hard. If we learn the same global language, it will be much easier. We could still learn other languages if we wanted to, but we would have one common language to start with. My next topic, keeping cultures alive. Some people worry that a global language may make us forget about our own language and cultures, but we can still celebrate our language and cultures while also learning a global language. A global language can help us understand each other better while still learning our differences. My next topic is building peace. When we misunderstand each other, it can sometimes lead to fight. If we all spoke the same language, we might understand each other better and have fewer arguments. This could help us make peace and work together to solve problems. My last topic is conclusion. Having a global language could help us in many ways. It could bring us closer together and make it easier for us to understand each other. While there are challenges, it's worth thinking about how a global language could make our world better.
Okay, thank you, debater. You still have 1 minute. Okay, thanks. And last debater, you may start. Okay.
Usually teachers and students, they are going to talk about why should we have a global language in our world. I'm going to give some few reasons why should we have it. My first reason is if you have a global language, everybody in the world will easily talk to each other. What I mean by it is, let's say I have to go to a different country or different nation. If I have the global language, I can just easily speak that global language and easily communicate people over there. My second reason is, if we had a global language, everybody in the world would have something in common. Having something in common is a really good thing. The other countries and other nations could easily force with them with just having something in common. It would be something that make that. My third reason is if we had a global language, the world would be a better place. The world being a better place, I get something with having something common. My fourth reason is if there was a global language would disappear from the world. Language barriers are separating from the world is something like, let's say, I have to go to the Paris, but I don't know how to speak French. Having a global language could easily fix that. And my fifth reason is you wouldn't have a problem going anywhere in the world and not understanding the language there. Same thing. If we go there, could easily speak that global language. Speaking that global language could easily go anywhere in the world. And I have a little fun fact. You know that in the world, English is actually accepted as a universal language. English, in the most countries, in most nations, English is speaking and mostly constitutes a global language. And this is my, I have 2 questions for that. Let's see. Can I answer?
Okay, please.
My first question is, what could be the benefits of a global language in our world?
They don't have to answer it right now. They will answer it in next round.
Next one?
They will
Yeah, they will answer it in second round.
second round, but you
With
can
these
take
speeches.
note of it if you like.
Okay, so that's it.
My second question is, name a 5 problems solved by the existence of a global language. My third question is, what is the biggest problem in the travel barrier?
Okay.
And that is for me.
Okay, thank you. And when you are presenting something via smartphone, you can use your microphone for clear understanding. That would be better for us, for everyone. Did you take your notes? Everything? Okay, thank you. Thank you for Search Group for your speeches. And now we will continue with opposition side, which they defend a globally common language shouldn't exist. Okay, so whenever you are ready.
So, good morning everyone. Today I want to share with you my own perspective about on why having a common global language might not be the best idea. I have my reasons, so let's dive in. Firstly, imagine a world where all of us speak the same language. It might seem convenient, but it comes at a cost. The cost is losing 1,000 of beautiful language and culture, because every language tells a unique story. The second, think about how speaking our own language allows us to be ourselves. It's not just about the communication. It's about expressing our identity and feeling a strong sense of belonging to something. My first argument is about preservation of cultural diversity. A single global language might lead to homogenization of culture, eroding the richness and diversity that come with linguistic variety. The supporting points are different language are closely tied to unique cultural expression, traditions, worldviews. Preserving this language helps maintain cultural diversity, preventing the dominance of one culture over others. And every language is like a unique piece of art. If we as humans can create and produce countless of language, why should we eliminate thousands of other possible ways of communication and go on with just one specific language? Why should we block our potential and reject creative nature? Being yourself with words. Speaking our own language lets us to be ourselves and feel like we belong. It's like having our own secret code with friends and family. Getting smarter by talking different. When we hear and speak different language, it makes our brains better at solving problems and understanding things. And if you don't believe me, you can go check on the official site of the Department of Education.
Okay, thank you. You still have 1 minute. You'd like to continue? Okay, thanks a lot. Do you have any questions on the other side? Okay, thanks. No, you cannot ask questions in the second round. You can just ask in the first one, and they will answer it in the second round.
If everyone talks the same language, it won't be harder to learn different language. The second,
Maybe you can repeat it. They couldn't.
if everyone talks the same language, it won't be harder to learn different one.
Okay.
The second is, I think different language make the world more interesting with diverse culture. The third one is, I think forcing a single language ignores the richness that comes with diverse language and culture.
So, is there your question?
Could you repeat the last question, please?
I think forcing a single language ignores the richnesses that comes with diverse language and culture.
Is this your opinion or your question?
It's like a question or
Okay. Like, okay. So we can continue with the second debater. Thanks a lot. First debater.
Actually, I will start first with the idioms. You already know in the language have the different idioms, and that idioms when it's translating, that's losing their real meaning, main meaning. So if we want to translate that correctly, we should learn the many languages, because you are from the French, or maybe you are from the West, okay? And you have the idioms, but when you try to translate it to English, it's translating not correctly, okay? Like in Georgian, have one of the idioms. Romski gache khorshavi qavi, isa gache patetri. It's translating like even if you brush the black crown, it will not turn the white. But it's not correctly, okay? It's translating like that, but it's not giving really main meaning, okay? Okay. And I will continue with the countries. Now, we can see that graphic. In that graphic, people aged to 25 and 64 reporting they knew one or more foreign languages. In that list, we can see Luxembourg, Finland, Sweden, and more. They know more than 3 languages, okay? But in the Bosnia and Herzegovina, it's less, okay? So, in this list, these countries have the most well-developed public education systems, like Sweden, Finland, and Denmark. That countries was the most developed countries because they know more than 3 languages. Okay, so I mean basically who know the more language, that country is the more developed. So I want to say, if we learn more than 3 language, we will develop.
Okay, thank you. You still have 2 minutes. Would you like to continue? Okay, you don't, I guess. Okay, thanks a lot, and thanks a lot for the diversity of languages that you use. And the last debater, you may start. You have 4 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, you can start. Oh.
Okay. Language and culture relationship examines how language acts as a carrier expression tool for a culture and how culture influences language. Habits, values, beliefs, traditions, and lifestyle are reflected in its language. If you gather every language to one, this will affect some of the culture or changing it to be different, or also affect the religions and beliefs too. Some of them might be destroyed, some of them might be fully changed. Also, learning other languages prevents the issue of dementia and Alzheimer. Like when you are Alzheimer and you just read a poem, you need to remember it. But if you learn another language, it's much easier, and it just prevents the Alzheimer for some moment. Yeah. Also, I have some questions as well. Let me see. I think imposing a global language is recipe for chaos, disrupting education and work and daily life. Rejecting a common language is resisting dominance of one of every many.
Okay, he asks his question. I think he asked that what should we do about it and in general. Maybe you can repeat it?
Could you repeat it? I didn't.
Okay. Question mark.
Repeat the question.
I think imposing a global language is recipe for chaos, disrupting education, work and daily life.
Okay. So maybe you can answer to this, statement in your words. Okay, so if you're all ready, maybe we can start the second part of the debate. And you will have each 3 minutes per person, and that's it. Okay. If you're ready, you may start.
I skipped the communication part of this topic in my previous speech because I want to give you more detailed information in my current speech right now. A universal language will simplify communication on a global scale. Whether you are traveling, doing businesses, or just chatting with friends online, you wouldn't have to worry about language barriers getting in the way. Instead, you could communicate freely and easily with anyone, regardless of their native language. But the benefits of a universal language go beyond convenience. It will also promote understanding and unity among people from diverse cultures. We can communicate effectively with each other. We are more likely to empathize with one another's perspectives and appreciate the richness of our shared humanity. Moreover, a universal language will open up new opportunities for education, commerce, and cultural exchange. Students could study abroad without need for expensive language preparation, while businesses could expand their reach to new markets without the burden of language barriers. And imagine the cultural exchange and friendships that could blossom when people from different parts of the world can communicate effortlessly with each other. Of course, some might argue that linguistic diversity is a valuable part of our world. Every language carries with it a unique history and cultural heritage that deserves to be celebrated. But that doesn't mean we can't also embrace the idea of a universal language for practical purposes. We can still preserve and cherish our native languages while recognizing the benefits of a common language for global communication. In conclusion, a universal language has the potential to make the world a smaller, friendlier, and more connected place. By breaking down language barriers and fostering understanding among people of different backgrounds, we can build a more harmonious global community. So let's embrace the idea of a universal language and use its benefits.
Okay, thank you, debater. You have still 1 minute. Okay, thank you. The second debater, you may start whenever you are ready.
My last speech will about cultures. Some people worry that a global language might make us forget about our own language, not language, cultures. There's a good side of it. Learning about different cultures. When everyone speaks the same language, it's easier to learn. about other cultures. You can read books, watch movies, and talk to people from different countries without needing a translator. Celebrating traditions. People can share traditions and customs more easily when they speak the same language. And this means you can learn about festivals, holidays, and rituals from around the world. Enjoying food and cuisine. Food is an important part of culture, and speaking the global language makes it easier to share recipes, cooking techniques, and dining customs. You can try foods from different countries and learn about their culinary traditions. Making friends around the world. With global language, you can make friends from different countries and learn about their lives and cultures. This helps you understand and appreciate diversity. Traveling and cultural immersion. When you speak the global language, traveling to different countries becomes more rewarding. You can immerse yourself in local cultures, interact with people, and gain a deeper understanding of their way of life. Building cultural bridge. Ultimately, speaking the global language builds cultural bridge that can connect people from different corners of the world. It promotes empathy, compassion, and sense of shared of humanity, transcending language and cultural barriers.
Okay, thank you. And you have still 1 minute. Okay, thanks. Last debater, you may start, and you can answer the questions. Okay, so please use your microphone. You can use it. Okay, you may start whenever you're ready.
In short, having a global language in our world would be a good thing for everyone in the world. We live in all language-related problems would disappear. Many things such as language barriers, travel barriers, and language disagreements would be solved with a global language. I think the impact of a global language on the world would be a completely positive thing, and on my debate.
Okay. No, we are in the second part. Yes, it's not time for the summary. Summary is the third part that you have to do. Sorry?
I gotta defend this.
Yeah. You should answer the questions and you should your dependency. And third part, you should make your summarize in close speech. We are in the second part of the debate.
Second part.
Yes.
I want to say more about the problems on the having a global language.
Okay.
I mean, I have a few reasons I can explain this more. I mean, first reason I said about having something common in everybody in the world would be a good thing. You know, having something in common could just easily bring everybody together. And global language is one of those things. A better world, having a global language and understanding other people could easily stop wars. Not easily, but it'll help stop wars. I mean, even can bring a world peace. And travel problems, language barriers, just like my friend said, a lot of things could easily be solved. I mean, that's it. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay. Thanks for the proposition side. It's time for the opposition sides to make their speeches. Okay, can you? Okay, you can.
Actually, they talked about the travel barrier, and they said, isn't learning the other language isn't hard? Actually, I think that if we learn the other language too, we don't need to learn just English. Because like we are going to the Italy, we will travel to Italy, and if we know the language of Italy, we can travel them. It will not do anything. We can do our business there. We will not need to learn just English. So travel barrier, like you are going to do any country of the Europe, and you don't need just the English, because like you are going to Sweden, you are going to Denmark for the academic, and you need just the English. I don't know. I don't think like that, because if you know the other languages too, many of the three languages, you can speak with the Arab people.
Okay, thank you for your speech. You still have 1 minute if you like to continue or not. Okay, we can continue with the second debater if you are ready. Second debater should speak. Okay. Okay, you may start.
Like I said first, I think imposing a global language is a recipe for chaos, disrupting education, work, and daily life. I said this first. The second reason, I think forcing a single language ignore the richnesses that come with diverse language and culture, and imposing and rejecting a common language is resisting to the dominance of one over many. Yeah, I don't have much to say.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you. And the last debater may speak.
All right. Yeah, we were talking about global. You guys were talking about global language, but there is also a language that only mute one speaks. It's body language. You need to learn body language to speak to them. And there is also Morse code, which some people don't really like using, but it's also effective on the wars. And also, it doesn't include the language when you go into the war. You need weapons in the war, not language.
Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you, debater. And now it's time for summarizing your speeches. You have to choose one of you to speak and summarize the whole thing, actually, and you'll have 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, you can come here. Okay, you can start.
Summary. In the short, having a global language in our world would be a good thing for everyone. In the world, we live in all language, all language-related problems would disappear. Many things such as language barriers, social barriers, and language disagreements would be solved with a global language. I think if we had a global language on the world, would be a completely positive thing. End of my debate.
Okay, thank you. That was really fast. I hope you can hear it. Okay, and from the opposite side.
Actually, I will say about the. Actually, I will say about the idioms, culture, and the Alzheimer, because in learning the other language too is prevent the Alzheimer and doing you the more intellectual man. Because if you just learn English, if you don't try to learning other language too, you can't be an intellectual man. And when you try to travel to other countries, you will not understand maybe the language. You will just speak with English. So 2 idioms and the more than idioms. You should learn the other language too. You should learn you must learn more than 3 languages. You don't need just English, you need the every language.
Okay, thank you for your summary. So that's it. Thanks to the both sides, and now it's up to juries to choose. So the winner is Rize Anadolu High School. Applause to them.